Hello, good evening. Happy Monday. This is our daily instructional video for the 13th. And I just want to encourage everybody as they're at home, as they're trying to find purpose and rhythm and just value during this time, that you have options every day. You have two options. You have the option of, I'm going to think about everything I don't have, everything I can't do, everything that I want to do that I can't right now. Or you can think about this time as an opportunity. There are many different things you can do during this time. And I want to open up just a little bit about my past in this sort of thing, in that this is kind of how I grew up. We, I would hang out with friends, once a week. During different seasons, but other times I'd just hang out with family. We had a rather large family, so there's always a different person to hang out with. But or I would just be digging a hole in the backyard. I'd be playing with Legos. I'd be doing schoolwork. I'd be oftentimes just by myself, and I was content with that. I was happy with that, because I always found something new to do. I always found something fun to do. Oftentimes, like digging in the backyard, I know my way around dirt and rocks and how to. I've been digging for the last week on a project here at home, and I can move a lot of dirt, even when it's packed down and hard and that deep of a hole, wider than the screen and farther back than that wall. And it's something I enjoy. It's something I love to do. It's hard, but it's fun. It's something that I was able to do during my childhood that I enjoyed, and parents, children, make sure you get your parents' approval before you dig. Parents, I would encourage you to find a corner of the yard, probably not right next to the fence, but find a spot in the yard and just let them dig. And, Army men or Barbies or whatever make a house. Barbies wouldn't like a cave, but my point is that you can have a lot of fun. That's just an example of something you can do as trivial as it is. It's still engaging, and it still teaches you some stuff. You can find a lot of stuff in the ground. You can learn a lot about geology and that sort of thing. That's just an example of looking at the details, looking at the small things, and enjoying them. You can. Yes, there's a big, wide world out there with a lot of people in it, a lot of different things to catch your attention, and go, 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 go. But there is value in focusing in on the few things you have and really enjoying them, really learning all you can about them, really just focusing. The other thing I would encourage you to do is with your family members, and this is going to be a really fun thing, I hope. Ask them to tell you a story or tell you something about themselves, something good, about themselves that that you've never told each other before. Um, this could be years ago, or it could be just a few months ago. Just ask them to tell you about one of their days a few years ago that they remember. Ask them to tell you how they first felt the first time they went swimming, or how they especially ask your parents maybe how they fell in love. Ask what their childhood was like. Ask what what were their what was hanging out with friends like back then. How how did they communicate with people that like family members, extended family members that were really far away? How did they ever communicate with them without cell phones or those sorts of things? So just ask family members something that that they've never shared with you before. All right, about Taekwondo. Taekwondo in Valor this week is testing. So we have about 6 students that are gearing up to test right now, and I'm excited for them. It's going to be just a little different. We did pre-testing, and that was very successful, and we're going to be going through that with you on your training sessions. But we're going to be doing it just slightly different this week for testing. We're going to do everybody's pumse, and then everybody's one steps, and then everybody's sparring, and then everybody's board breaking. That way nobody's sitting for too terribly long, and we all get through it at a decent pace. So if there's any feedback, things you think you think we could improve on the testing process, please let us know. Belts are an interesting matter because usually we tie them on you, but we're going to I'll share about that in a later live stream. For practical application, sparring, okay, testing sparring, very important. So all of you have gotten partners, so that's good. So with your partner, you're going to be doing sparring combinations. You're not going to go crazy like we usually do, because you really don't have that much space inside. We don't want you to be distracted and accidentally hit something that's breakable, or hit yourself on a wall, or those sorts of things. It's just a more hazardous environment for sparring. So you're going to be basically concentrated on sparring combinations. So you're going to take turns. So 10 seconds each, about doing your stuff. The other person's primarily blocking. They can throw a punch here or there so that you get the practice to blocking and coming in. But think about the techniques you know and how to string them together. So I'm going to be doing this for 10 seconds, and then the other person, and then I'm going to basically stop, and I'll just be blocking. Okay, maybe a punch here or there. Okay, don't move too crazy around when you're the one blocking, right? Because the other person needs to be able to just concentrate on what they're doing and kind of interact with you a little bit, but not around the room. Okay, so that's basically it for testing free spar right now. I think I want to encourage students at Valor in that a lot of other dojongs are doing what's called Zoom for their classes, and they're doing everybody together in the same. Well, not everybody, but everybody that was in a class, like the white and yellow belts, they're doing all together. So you might have 20 people on a camera for in their different living rooms for one instructor to be watching and to be talking to, and it can get very confusing, and it can get very the instructor just can't communicate with that many people on a level that's personal and fluid. So I want to encourage you that our teaching system right now is quality, and you are receiving very good instruction, primarily under Mrs. Franklin, for our 2 1/2-hour sessions a week, and that I'm very honored to have you as students and to be watching your improvement as you move along. So I would encourage you to keep going. I would encourage those of you that that aren't currently taking classes that this is a good time to take classes. It's a little bit different, but still a quality program, and I'm excited for what we have in store for this next season. So for now, have a good night, and thank you. Cheerio. Kiane.